think of Vietnam, I think of three things: the views, the food, and the people. We spent 72 hours exploring all of that and more in this episode of Spotted.
Here now at the Philippine Airlines Mabuhay Lounge, and in a few hours, we'll be heading to the oldest capital city in Southeast Asia. My name is Kiko from Spot.ph, and I am excited for this trip. We are heading to Hanoi in Vietnam. It's a beautiful morning here in Vietnam, and we just got off our hotel in Hanoi, and right now we are on board a bus to the international cruise port. We are headed to the world-famous Halong Bay on board the Ambassador cruise ship. Pretty excited about that.
We spent a little over 2 hours on the road from Hanoi to the port, but as soon as we got there, Edgar was there to welcome us.
My name is Edgar Kayanan, and I am the General Manager of APC, or the Ambassador Cruise in Halong Bay. Ambassador Cruise is one of the biggest cruise in Halong Bay. We have 46 cabins with 4 types of category of the cabins. Number one, we have the 18 cabins on the first deck, which is we have 30 square meter per cabins. We call it deluxe cabin. On the second level or second deck, we have the 21 cabins, include the 4 suites. We call it Ambassador Suites, and also we call also the Captain Suites. Beside on that, the cabins, we call it premium cabins. And then on the 4th deck, we have the Presidential Suite, and also we have the premium cabins as well. So total, we have 46 cabins including the Presidential Suites. We can accommodate about 120 passengers. Halong Bay is the World Heritage Site. We have 1,553 square kilometers. Imagine how huge is Halong Bay. And beside on that, you'll see all these mountains. We have more than 7,000 islets with the different rock formations. This is why the tourists came, is to see the beautiful cruise in Halong Bay.
One of the stops at the Ambassador Cruise is this vast area along Halong Bay. This is the Tung Sao Pearl Farm. Here they harvest and grow pearls in the traditional Vietnamese way using Japanese techniques. Aside from growing pearls, it's also perfect for kayaking. We'll check it out. We climbed over 400 steps to reach the top of T-Top Island. This is where you can see a wonderful 360 view of Halong Bay.
I mean, I can't lie. Seeing Halong Bay from the top was quite an experience. And by the time we were headed down, it was already sunset. Which pretty much meant that it was the perfect time to take a stroll along T-Top Beach at the base of the island. But after a long first day, it was quite a treat to come back to the ship for a hearty meal. For dinner, we were served their best seafood and steak, which we had over a selection of reds, whites, and everything in between. we were ready to call it a day. It's rare to wake up to the sight of huge silhouettes being swallowed by the morning sun. So there was nothing else left to do but to soak up the cool breeze in anticipation of our next destination. And for now, it's the Sangsat Cave.
We are right inside Sangsat Cave, one of the largest caves here at Halong Bay. Now the name Sangsat loosely translates to surprise, which is pretty much how I felt as soon as I got inside this cave. You will just be in awe at the beauty of this natural wonder. It's amazing because this cave has been discovered by the French as early as way back in 1901, but they were able to preserve the pristine condition of the Sangsat Cave.
After a long ride back to Hanoi from the port, I found myself walking on the streets of Old Quarter. This colorful neighborhood is teeming with history, life, food, and well, you can't go to Vietnam and not try the coffee. Egg coffee, to be exact.
Of Old Quarter in Hanoi is this hole in the wall, Cafe Gian. Now this place is where the famous Vietnamese egg coffee originated. They say that Mr. Nguyen Gian, who founded this place back in the 1940s, actually started the egg coffee culture here in Vietnam. Now right in front of me we have two ways to enjoy your egg coffee. There's hot egg coffee and there's cold egg coffee. What they do is they whip up this mixture of egg, condensed milk, a little bit of sugar into this fluffy meringue-like texture, which they pour into a cup and they add coffee in it. So here, we'll try the hot version. Now that is good. I mean, you don't taste the egg at all. It just tastes like regular cappuccino pretty much. It's not sweet at all. And the coffee is pretty strong. I mean, Vietnamese coffee, come on, right? Pretty strong.
That was the same coffee that got us up and early for our last day on the trip to Vietnam. And what better way to spend our final hours than to visit a temple?
We are right inside the Temple of Literature here at Hanoi in Vietnam. This is one of the oldest structures here, built as early as 1017. And this is one of the many temples here in Hanoi dedicated to the teachings of Confucius. People come here to pay respects, and they have beliefs like, for example, where they go to the flamingo statue, rub its belly for prosperity, and rub the head of the turtle for clarity of mind. These are just some of the things that people come here for, and this area also hosts one of the oldest universities here in Hanoi. If you have time, when you visit Hanoi, come by the Temple of Literature. We're here now at our first stop in the Singapore food crawl. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna spend the entire day going through all the food spots here in Singapore. And first one on the list is Keng Eng Kee. We're gonna try out what Anthony Bourdain did when he first came in here. This place has been around since the 1970s. So for over 50 years now, they've been producing Chinese food for the Singaporean palate. Some of their best sellers are the moonlight noodles, the coffee pork ribs, and the much talked about chili and black pepper crabs. Join us, okay? We're here at the kitchen of Keng Eng Kee, right here in Singapore. It's our first stop for the Singapore food crawl, and they gave us a first look at how everything is done before they're served. Come on, come here. Here we have one of their most famous dishes. We were talking to them earlier, and they said here in Singapore there are just two types of crabs. The black pepper crabs and the chili crabs. And this is one of them. This is the black pepper crab. They served me the signature dish here at Keng Eng Kee seafood restaurant. This one is called the moonlight noodles. The moonlight noodles is typically served with squid and their signature noodles, but for me, they served it with beef because I'm allergic to seafood. So let's try it. It's actually quite savory. It has that very rich flavor. The sauce is pretty thick, so you can really taste it. It's almost like the sauce is covering the noodles. And these are thick noodles also. You can have it in small portions because it's quite heavy. So that's the moonlight noodles. The next thing we're gonna try is coffee pork ribs. I actually was pretty excited to try this because you don't always hear coffee and pork ribs in one sentence, right? Normally. So this is pretty interesting. I heard that what they do is they infuse the pork or marinate the pork in coffee for several days, and that's when they deep fry the pork. So let's see if the coffee taste or the coffee flavor will shine through. There's no mistaking that there's coffee in it, definitely. You can taste it almost in the first bite. I don't know if they put sugar in it as well, but it does taste a little bit sweet. The meat is so tender, so that's good too. It does leave a bitter aftertaste in your mouth, but not that bad. This is recommended, for sure. So I'm here now at Ya Kun Kaya Toast to try the quintessential Singaporean breakfast. And in front of me, I have kopi, Singaporean kopi. And this is the famous Singaporean Kaya Toast. And egg here. So, this is how this one is enjoyed. You pour in put a little bit of pepper, about this much, and then mix it all up. There you go. This is very new to me because I've never tried. I mean, I get toast with egg, but this whole process before you enjoy the toast is something else, right? Tear it up, dip it, and have a bite of that. Wow. It's good. I mean, just when you think you know toast, right? The toast, it's not too hard, it's not too soft, yeah? It's just the right crispiness, right? That slab of butter inside is I guess the last surprise, right? So you dip on it, you taste the egg, you taste the soy sauce, then you taste the butter. So next time you guys are in Singapore and you guys want to try out the quintessential Singaporean breakfast, go drop by any branch of Ya Kun Kaya Toast to get a taste of what Singaporeans love to do when they start their day, pretty much. So we just passed through Lau Pa Sat, a festival food market right here in the heart of Singapore. Now I'm walking towards what they call the Satay Street, which is right in the middle of two major thoroughfares in the business district of Singapore. This street is famous, world famous, for its various types of satay. They have prawns, they have beef, they have chicken. Perfect for a nightcap.
Next time on Spotted. A trip to Singapore isn't complete without drinking coffee. So, that's exactly what we did. Join us as we become coffee wanderlusts and get lost in Singapore's rich coffee culture.
Over at Wanderlust, we actually hold a cold brew workshop for our guests to experience the different cafes and also the coffee culture here in Singapore.
We probably had too much coffee to drink, so we took a stroll along Orchard Road and ended up in this massive complex that celebrates the local creative scene. And of course, we head out for more food.
I'm right in the middle of Chinatown Complex, which is the largest hawker center here in Singapore. And right behind me is a store that you might recognize back at home, Hawker Chan Branch, the first branch to ever get its Michelin star.
Make it more hot to get more flavor out.
This time, we're trying out all the good stuff the city is famous for. From its vibrant hawker centers recognized by the UNESCO to its thriving coffee and tea culture. All that and more in this episode of Spotted. Our adventure begins at Wanderlust. This Art Deco-style boutique hotel curates unique experiences for its guests. And today, we're trying out their coffee cold brew workshop.
I'm Lindell, I'm the marketing manager here at Wanderlust Hotel. Wanderlust, we actually hold a cold brew workshop for our guests to experience the different cafes and also the coffee culture here in Singapore. And what we cover here in our workshop is we go through the different types of coffees that we Singaporeans enjoy. Coffees like kopi, kopi C, or your normal kopi o kosong, which doesn't have any milk.
In this workshop, we were introduced to over 15 ways Singaporeans enjoy their coffee. By the fifth cup, everyone in the room was chatty. Good thing there was a cup of tea at the end that was enough to get us all sorted out.
Let's taste this.
Because you don't always get it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's thick, but feels light at the same time, if that makes sense. But it's a good bookend after all those variants of coffee.
And of course, we made our own cold brew.
There you go!
Now, before we head out to the next destination, let's take a quick stroll around the hotel. Wanderlust Hotel is a charming surprise in an old neighborhood. Its cozy, apartment-style rooms are perfect after a busy day exploring the city. But our day has just started. Time for lunch.
I'm right in the middle of Chinatown Complex, which is the largest hawker center here in Singapore. And right behind me is a store that you might recognize back at home. This is the Hawker Chan branch, the first branch to ever get its Michelin star.
我是 Hawker Chan，也可以叫我的名叫做陈汉明。这个是我创办的档口，我们在这里得到米其林1颗星的。所以，如果你们外地的外国的人，我非常欢迎你们来这里的 Hawker 找我这个档口来试试看。我们得到米其林1星的一个非常棒的鸡饭，希望你也喜欢整个 Hawker 里面的美食。
Michelle and me and my husband we were running this store since 2001 and we are selling a very traditional Hakka food. Two main items. One is for veggie lover. You can actually opt for the vegetarian option or just go for the standard one. It's a rice bowl and then come with a soup. It's a set, very unique option. That's the puff rice. It's a processed white rice. It's very crispy and in traditional way, we actually mix the soup to the rice. But for the first timer, I would suggest you to have it separately and just mix the rice bowl and then you taste the soup. If you find you like it, you can mix to the rice bowl and have it together.
Okay, so for Chichong Fan, right, the ingredients is just rice flour, water, and that's it. So typically for Singapore, right, we have it for breakfast and as a snack itself on its own.
So they call this pig's ear. No pig content here, but it looks like it's pig's ear. So they say this is the authentic family recipe, and that you can tell if it bursts in flavor in your mouth, then you can say that it's authentic. If it's powdery, then it's not so good. So let's see if this tastes authentic. So we're here now at Founder in Singapore, and I'm with Mika.
Hi.
And I hear this is their new branch.
The original Founder Bakute opened in 1978, and it was in this place in Singapore called Choa Chu Kang. And then they moved here to Balestier in 1998. So it's like a new original location. If that makes sense. Yeah.
That's interesting.
They have another branch somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And they say that you can never have bakute without youtiao and the pickled vegetable.
Pickled vegetables.
Yeah,
okay.
because this is more acidic, so it cuts through the richness and the porcine flavors.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at Founder, my personal favorite is the yuan yang.
Wow.
Resistance.
Yeah.
I really love street food, so I'm a fan of isao. But here in Singapore, unfortunately, chicken isao is not available.
Okay.
So I go for the next best thing. So I love the existence here at Founder because they cook it so well. They braise it with an herbal soy sauce, and it doesn't have that the melonsa flavor. It's not super grainy when you eat it. So I think it's very well cooked.
I love that broth. So is bakute just pork? Or
I know there are some places that have fish,
okay.
but when you think of bakute, because that is it's meat.
I think the taste of the broth really defines this dish.
I do see similarities. I mean, Singapore and Manila are both in Asia, and you can really see how the influences cross paths.
Right.
In a way, like this one.
Yeah.
You know, it has similarities with bulalo, like not entirely the same,
You're right,
but
yeah.
it has the same feel, like hot, soupy. meaty dish that's grated rice.
All right. Thanks, Mika, for bringing us here. Found our bakute. We did. I did it.
Hey guys, I'm making this Kikon. We're here at the launch of the Heineken Silver before we kick off our Poblacion pub crawl tonight.
It's gonna be a long night, so you guys watch out, stay tuned. We just had our first drink of the night, the Heineken Silver. Pretty good, yeah?
It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth.
All right. This is just drink number 1. Oh my god. It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be long.
All right.
So one of the things to remember when you're doing a Poblacion crawl, especially if you're gonna drink, is to have a designated driver. It's really important. In our case,
It's Jay-Z.
it's Jay-Z,
Right?
the cameraman. Jay-Z?
That's you, man.
That's you.
Hi guys, and welcome to Water and Wine. So we're an Israeli restaurant. Our menu's divided in different options. So small plates is kind of like the appetizers. The next part is just the mains. So it's like a play on different Israeli elements, Mediterranean and Middle Eastern food. The cool thing about our menu is we focus on our wines.
Alright, so here we are in our first stop of the night, which is coincidentally also the newest bar, Water and Wine.
In fact, they haven't opened yet, right?
Yes,
They're
this
soon
open.
to officially open.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we have here is first of all, the do your own shawarma, which I've been eyeing.
Yeah, man. And it's an interesting concept too. It's build your own shawarma. It's chicken, right?
There's a chicken. And we have our drinks, which is the Scrappy Coco.
Mine is the old-fashioned, but their version of it. They call it the Y2J.
And this one of the specialty drinks, it's a sangria.
Sangria. And we have another drink that's coming up.
Whiskey sour.
Whiskey sour. Okay, nice.
We're gonna drink all of this. I will try the Scrappy Coco.
Cheers, man. It's pretty good.
You're an old-fashioned connoisseur.
Yeah,
right?
man. Like that's my go-to drink. So I was very happy when the bartender said that this is their version of old-fashioned. I was pretty excited to taste it because it was quite a feat to watch her prepare the drink.
Right. But how is it compared to normal?
It's pretty good. Sometimes some old-fashions that I've tried tend to veer on the bitter side versus the sweet side. This one's just right in the middle, so it's perfect. It's pretty good. How about you?
This is pretty sweet. It's sweet, it's fruity. It's refreshing actually. So it's a good way to start the night.
Chicken.
Okay. So you put it on top of the...
Yes, sir. If you like spicy,
Is that
this
what's
is
gonna... Okay.
harissa mayo.
Okay.
Tuna. This is garlic.
Alright.
Hindi kompleto ata ang shawarma without the...
Without that, you're...
So I was watching that from the side. I got the special chef's.
Dude, you're so lucky, man. So a chef instructed, you have to fold it.
You ready?
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Oh, wow. Wow.
That's good.
Oh, good. Oh, man. You know what they say when they say that's an explosion of flavors in your mouth?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. It's awesome.
Amazing with your drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Water and wine.
Oh, it's so good.
Alright, we'll finish up and then our next location. But there's still a lot of food, so
Yeah.
let's see you guys there.
We'll just finish this.
We're done with water and wine.
Water and wine.
Down the road is Run Rabbit Run, which we're cooking.
Yeah.
Something that to remember when you're doing a Poblacion crawl.
Don't walk in the middle of the road. That's one.
Dude, wear comfortable shoes, man. You're gonna be walking.
Yeah, man. You're right about the vibe, right?
It's a vibe. It's like it's been here
Since you started partying in Poblacion, right? Which has been a while.
Personally one of my favorite places actually.
Right, yeah. I mean, we haven't been in Poblacion for a long time.
So, just gonna have it composed with bourbon base.
Bourbon, okay.
Then winter spice, oleo, then lemon.
It's good, no? Cheers. Pretty good. Cheers, cheers.
So our first drink is done. Jessica Rabbit is done. We're about to have our next drink, which is Chillin' Like a Villain, which is my personal.
That's your personal favorite, right?
Yes, my personal favorite. So
I must say the Jessica Rabbit one was pretty good.
it was good. It was
It's
good.
my first time to. Is that your first time to try it?
It is, yeah. It's sweet. There was a little bit of spice.
Yes. And just I hear the bartender said they put star anise on top to add a little bit of spice.
Yes.
And you can taste it. I mean, and how about that theatrics, right? Like, you guys can see it in the B-rolls, but
You can't beat that. You
I
can't
mean,
beat that.
right, yeah. To be offered a drink that way, that is like beyond, man.
You gotta sit at the
Kudos.
bar, you gotta experience that yourself. But like I said, our next drink, Chill Like a Villain.
Yes.
Let's see if Kiko actually likes, the drink.
That's
that
what
I
you like. Yeah.
I've set the expectations. Let's go. Okay, so there's a lot riding on me for this, personally.
Yeah, man, this is your favorite drink, so
Cheers.
cheers.
I have no idea.
Ah, I see why.
Right.
I see why it's your favorite.
It's
Pretty good.
it's sort of refreshing, but at the same time, like you know that you're drinking a drink.
You're right. Yeah. Refreshing is the word.
Plus, you can't beat the name. Chilling like a villain.
Chillin' like a villain. This one really is
It's more
just that-
subdued.
Exactly.
More subdued.
Subtle, but packs a punch for sure.
Cheers. Another good tip for Poblacion is always stay hydrated. One of the things that to not get a hangover the next day. Stay hydrated, guys.
That's true. Water is the key. Where's my water?
Where's my water?
There, over there. But yes, you're right.
Hydrated.
Hydrated. I remember when we went to Pampanga, the tip was, because it was a food crawl, so the tip was to order just half rice to get through the entire crawl. For tonight, the tip is
water.
Stay hydrated. That's good.
Our final drink is called Floppy Ears, which is their take on, I believe it's gin-based.
Yes, gin-based and with touches of basil.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be the refreshing drink, right?
Yeah. So what they did, actually, it's a pretty cool idea. Is, they start with a strong drink and with a most refreshing drink, so that you don't have to go home super wasted.
Super smashed, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Cheers.
Floppy Ears.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
Refreshing is the right word.
Exactly. Yeah. And it is light.
Yeah.
I mean, having gone through
The journey.
I mean, just the theatrics of Jessica Rabbit,
Yeah.
followed by
Chillin' Like a Villain.
Chillin' Like a Villain, which was right there in the middle. This one's really,
For like a chill night out,
yeah,
Yeah.
a good bookend.
Yeah.
So I guess that's our last drink for Run Rabbit Run.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of the
I like it. I like it. I see now why people come to Run Rabbit Run.
Right.
I see now why it's almost like it's a classic in a Poblacion bar crawl.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's not like too high energy. It's one of those chill places that you can go.
You're right.
You can actually talk to your friends in this bar.
Exactly, yeah. And the guys here are pretty cool.
Yeah. The bartenders.
Yeah. Pretty cool. They show us how to make the drinks, explain, and tell us the story behind each drink, pretty much.
Yeah. So, cheers to Run Rabbit. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Ooh. That was good, man.
Run Rabbit Run, right?
Run, Rabbit, Run. What a run.
So next one, we're gonna walk about 6 minutes to Dear Adam or Sweet Lucy,
Sweet
which is
Lucy.
a restaurant in the day, bar by night. So
Nice, nice.
That way.
We'll see you there, okay?
here we are at our next stop, Otto.
Yeah?
Oh man, it's a good thing I wore comfortable shoes, like I said.
Yeah, man. We did a lot of walking. We parked in one spot and walked the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
let's see what's inside.
let's go.
So here at Otto, named one of the best bars in Asia.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Gin Fizz.
What is this called again?
Ramos Gin Fizz.
Ramos
That's the
Gin
crown.
Fizz.
They call it Ramos.
Ramos Gin Fizz.
This is the bartender's drink.
This is the one that takes 10 minutes to make, right? Okay. You wanna get first dibs? Yeah.
Sure.
Is it good?
Oh wow.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that means it's worth the wait, I guess.
Worth the wait.
10 minutes. So that's a signature here at Otto. And these other two drinks that they served us, one is a pink drink called Swing. So it's made of strawberry yogurt gin, sunflower milk syrup, and lemon. And the other I think was inspired by Elvis, right?
Burning Love. It's called
Burning Love.
It's a mix of different alcohols, but they put milk in it as well. This is whiskey rum, passion
it's
fruit
pretty
liquor,
good. Yeah.
cinnamon syrup, mango juice, lemon juice, and then infamous milk, which you won't be able to tell with this clear nature.
Yeah, man, it's clear. Cheers, man. Cheers.
Nice.
See, this is Otto, you guys. And it's a can't miss, definitely. This is Itchy, by the way, guys. He's an award-winning bartender. Cheers.
One more thing to remember in Poblacion, keep your mind open. You never know what kind of cocktail that you might get. They're different.
Exactly. Like, who would have thought milk could be in cocktail? Enzo.
Hi guys, I'm Enzo. We've actually are more than halfway through these cocktails.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. You know, we promise you, it's a pretty drink. We have it on B-rolls when he served it the first time, but we're halfway through it. You're right. Yeah.
This is called a strawberry shortcake. So on the menu, so it's actually clarified strawberry cereal milk rum, and I got this inspiration from a pandemic craving, which is strawberry shortcake. It's a very, very smooth drink, a bit on the vanilla, and it takes a lot of the strawberry finish and this balanced sweetness and just a bit of a citrusy note. It's just like you're eating a cake, but in a beverage, in a cocktail form.
Something I like about it is that I thought when you said that you're serving strawberry shortcake, it was going to be sort of, you know, very sweet, very fruity.
Yeah, and heavy, right?
And heavy.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I took my first sip, I was like, okay, it's very different from what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But it still does remind you of strawberry shortcake, right?
So that's one of the goals for it is kind of present a cocktail that is contrasting in name, whereas into the actual flavor it take. I hope you get to try the other cocktails for Sweet Lucy. So most of the whole menu is inspired by pandemic cravings, a bit of nostalgia before and after the pandemic, and just general fun with the whole cocktail menu.
Enzo, thanks, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
It's heavy.
So we're here.
We're here at Dr. Wine, and this is the way to the rooftop bar.
So Dr. Wine has two places that you can visit.
Yes.
So the one at the bottom, if you want to just have wine and just chill out, it's here. But
here.
the rooftop,
That's a different story.
yes.
If you want a rooftop bar, you got Dr. Wine Rooftop. So that's where we're heading right now.
That's what we're going to check out. Come on, join us. How are you, man?
Kaya ba?
Kaya ba?
Kaya ba?
We're good.
Right now, we're at Dr. Wine Rooftop Bar. The cool thing about this is that, you know, again, it's a rooftop bar, so you can see the skyline of the city behind us. I can appreciate the full moon, the stars, the city.
And the drinks.
And the drinks.
Of course.
And the drinks.
Which we're gonna get. So, these are our drinks at Dr. Wine.
I have a sangria, red sangria right here.
Okay, I have a drink called Rock to Boozy, which is pretty much whiskey infused with coffee. They infused the coffee for 2 weeks, so the flavor is really there. Like, I took a sip, I cheated a little bit, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. That's flavorful
That's
sangria.
good.
It's very fruity. It's very
Yeah?
It's you know sangria, but like take it to the next level. More fruits, more flavor.
Right. I can see there's a lot of fruits in there. Yeah? And that's one of 2 types of sangria that they have, right?
Yes.
I think they have another one. Yeah?
You also have a white sangria right here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Also. What's the difference?
The basil comes out in that one. Basil is very
I
strong
see.
in that one. And that's really good. That's really good too.
This one, you can really taste the coffee. I mean, coffee makes all the difference in this drink.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dr. Wine. So not only do they have good scenery with all the stars, the city line, they also have good drinks, man.
What a night.
Yeah. We're back here at Dr. Wine.
Downstairs?
Yeah, downstairs.
Okay.
So, of all the bars tonight, Kiko, what's your...
Gotta be Auto.
Auto? Really?
Yeah, Asia's best, one of Asia's best bars. And it's not that for no reason. Drinks are great. I mean, the crowd is great. And it's just an overall great experience in Auto for me. Yeah.
I have to go to a classic, Run Rabbit Run. I mean, I guess that's more personal because that was where my cousins and I would hang out before the pandemic.
Nice, yeah.
So it's very nice to see them still there. You know?
Right. Just doing this tonight, it's a completely different experience from like 2 years ago, man. Like just this tonight, we went to, I think 2, 3 places that had just opened up or are just opening up pretty soon, and a couple of ones that are classic ones for pub crawl.
It's a new experience.
Yeah.
And remember, the #1 rule, hydrate.
Hydrate, man, hydrate. Thank you to Suzuki for being our ride for this pub crawl. Thanks to Jay-Z behind the camera as our designated driver for this crawl, because Mig and I are, come on, I mean,
we can't drive.
We are more than happy to take the back seat on this one and let Jay-Z experience the full awesome experience of driving the Suzuki XL7. Thanks again, you guys, for hooking us up.
We're here at day 2 of Poblacion Crawl. We're here in the day, which is news to me. What is this?
Like when I think of Poblacion, it's always Poblacion at night, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it exists in the day? No, I'm kidding.
But it does, and there's a lot to see in Poblacion during the day, and that's what we're trying out.
So we're here in our first location, Sao Sao. We are doing a food crawl today.
And we're doing that in the Suzuki XL7. So thanks guys for lending us this awesome car, which is perfect for this crawl without alcohol. Right?
Yes, exactly. And we do not need a designated driver today because, again, no alcohol.
Sao is basically my modern take on Filipino food. We focus more on the classical recipes. I think that's the objective. We also highlight on the techniques that we apply. The ingredient is very important to us. So if you notice in the restaurant, you would see it's open kitchen, because I like the guests to see how their food is done and how the chef interpreted their food, for example. So this one is more theatrical, it's more like an orchestra. Everyone is synchronized and in harmony. And to show people that it's not easy to become a chef.
Alright, so here we have 3 dishes that Chef Sao prepared for us. I'm excited.
Yeah, they look great. I must start with the sugpo.
Okay, I'll join you.
And then we'll have a bit of the aioli.
Alright, let's go.
It's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's sweet because of the corn,
sweetness,
but then it's also like savory as well.
For some reason, it's spicy. Oh, maybe because of the calamansi aioli. With, I think, is that
Yeah, it's aioli.
chili powder?
After Coffee Floor, I said, I want to put up Sao Sao. Sao Sao is a dream project for me. I thought I will give my shot on how Filipino cuisine would look like the perspective of a foreigner.
So here at Sao Sao, they call it the inihaw na pulpo, grilled octopus.
Grilled octopus, yeah.
How's it?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah?
So this is very familiar to me. If I weren't in the Philippines and I tasted this would take me back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think this is what Chef was talking about earlier, where he's really going for something that's familiar, feels like home, but you know that
But
it's
a little bit of a different twist.
Oh, I love that. I love that when I put in there, it's just the juice just came out of that. Yeah.
It's the only place where all your senses come to life. The moment you come in, you could smell the kitchen. We want that flavors, that garlicky, that chili. It's all here.
So this is laing na suso. Oh God. Wow, that is just gorgeous.
Ooh, the ikura is already popping. It's popping.
That looks good.
It's good, right? Like you have that classic laing flavor, and with a pop of the.
There it is again with that familiar flavor, but with a twist, right?
Yeah.
Those are just appetizers. Now the mains are here on the table.
So what we have is a Bicol Express with sugpo.
And then this is their number 2 best-selling dish. It's lobster.
It's lobster tail with crab fat.
And their number one
best-selling
dish, the sous vide
pata. So
and of course, we can't miss the Sao Sao
the Sao Sao. We're gonna quickly cut the video just to let Jay-Z in this as
can
well.
enjoy some of these wonderful dishes from Sao Sao. Only Pans is one of the newer spots in Poblacion, right?
Yes, yes. So excited to try it?
Good.
Hi, good afternoon. Look at this taco. Oh my god. It looks really good. Yeah. Alright. Here we are on the roadside of Only Pans and we have our tacos. Mexican tacos are here, which we are going to go for.
So they came with these dips. Looks so savory.
Ooh, I personally love Mexican food. So let's see how it is.
Look at that.
Cool thing about Only Pans, apparently it started off as a online baked sushi shop, I guess.
Okay. During the pandemic.
Okay. And then the owner switched to creating Mexican food.
I hear they're also opening up in LU. The branch used to be there, and then they shut it down to focus on the spot here in Manila. But pretty soon they'll be reopening again.
Yeah. Subscribe to their Only Pans.
They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I believe.
I believe, yeah.
It's easy to spot too, right? Just look for this sign. Pretty easy to spot. All white with the bright neon lights.
Perfect for Poblacion. Let's say you're doing a bar crawl, for example, which we're not doing right now, but we're doing a bar crawl, and you want quick tacos, quick Mexican food, perfect for a night out. There you go, right in the middle of Poblacion. Sorry. And hear what you said, the cheese went to my brain. The only thing I could think about was the cheese. Here they don't serve soda, they serve Mexican soda. Cheers. It's a good pair with the tacos, yeah. I finished my taco already.
Oh my gosh. Me, I'm still halfway through.
Keep up.
So Hapanesa is a Japanese Peruvian restaurant. So with this, we just try to elevate it, make it more fun, more exciting, where it's like a safe space just have a couple drinks, themed drinks after all. Sometimes we have DJs here at night. Hapanas is just a fun place, to be at.
Nikkei Fusion is the leading gastronomy in all the world. This is the base create this in Philippines. I need to correct the dishes for Filipino palate.
All right, so these are the dishes that chef has prepared for us. What do you want to try first?
I want to try the mushroom. Good.
The third dish is shimeji mushrooms with pumpkin mash, chimichurri, the cheese olive.
It's just an overall pleasant experience, I guess.
The second japonesa is a new dish, the deep fried rice with toppings, the tuna with dynamite sauce.
With the Haponesa roll. It's like sushi, but with a crunchy exterior.
Right. Because of the deep fried rice.
Because of the deep fried rice.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it crunchy.
I can see the Japanese. I can see the Peruvian.
Yeah.
I never really put it together until now, and I think it's such a good marriage of both.
We'll try the lengua.
The lengua katsu. This is a ox tongue converted in katsu.
Oh, the meat is so tender.
Ooh, cuts right into it.
Oh, that's so good.
Hang on, that's really good.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, for me, the breading shines through.
And that's the added crunch.
Yeah.
When you bite into it.
I didn't expect that the breading would be sort of a star in and of itself.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like that.
Nice. It's not even half of it, man. So they have a slew of dishes that are Japanese and Peruvian fusion, but also they really thought of the Filipino palate and what would make the Japanese Peruvian fusion still appeal to the Filipino palate. I think they're doing such a great job.
Over here. Okay.
There, yeah.
Great. Perfect. Fukia.
Finally.
Hong Kong roasts.
Hong Kong roasts.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This looks good, man.
Yeah, so this is
accent.
Hong Kong food. Right here in the middle of Poblacion.
I can see them preparing it.
It's so exciting. I love it when you can see the roast duck hanging. Ooh.
Wow, that
roasted
looks
duck
good.
combination, sir.
Uh-huh.
This one is the roasted duck.
Okay.
The char siu.
Okay.
And the Hong Kong style crispy pork belly.
Nice.
And with the side dish of the jellyfish and also the century.
Oh, this is a jellyfish. Moving that over to your side. Just kidding. Okay.
This one is our bestseller, the hot cow. This one is the shark fin. And this is our shrimp siomai with crab roe.
Nice.
And this one is our siopao.
Wow. It's a full experience.
I'm gonna go with staple pork belly.
You start with the familiar.
You start with the familiar.
Yeah.
That's a good pork belly, I have to say.
It does bring you back to
the streets of Hong Kong.
To the streets of Hong Kong. You know that Hong Kong was my first trip out of the country.
Really?
I did it by myself.
Yeah?
I was backpacking through Hong Kong. And you're right, this reminds me a lot of stuff that I've been stuffing myself with in that trip.
Walking down the streets of Hong Kong is the food. I'm gonna go to Hong Kong with you.
We are already in Hong Kong, man. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Dude, we totally ate it the wrong way. The century egg had been there for centuries, man. Right, it was right there in our plate, but we didn't eat it.
It's been there for centuries, you're right. I can wait a few more minutes.
Okay. But I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna try it now.
Okay.
So have you tried the century egg before?
I don't think I have.
Dude, this is my first time. That's why, look at us. We're struggling
Yeah,
with
we're struggling to get it.
We're struggling with the
Aha!
chopsticks.
Cheers.
Okay. It's good. Yeah, I like it.
It's good. It's just
subtle.
like egg.
It's subtle.
Yeah. Okay.
We should have had it before the things, before the other things.
Yeah, you're right, Grace. Freshly squeezed lemonade from Fukia.
I will partake in the gulaman.
And they say that's their
This is the best one.
best selling
That's right.
drink.
Ooh.
That's so refreshing.
I'm happy with this. With this
Really?
black gulaman, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna order that later on.
It's really good.
You're good, yeah. So Grace, what siopaw is this again? This asado siopaw.
We do like with sriracha on the side because we asked
I've never tried it with sriracha. Have you tried asado with
I don't think I
asado
have.
siopaw with sriracha? That's interesting. We can try that. Yeah. Oh wow.
That's a different way to eat.
Great.
I couldn't remember what it's called. Alright, we still have a long way to go. But if you do want to see a mukbang, do leave in the comments below. You know, maybe we can make that happen.
Let us know.
No food crawl will be complete without
Some really good coffee.
some good coffee. We are here in Good Shot Coffee. We have 4 pastries in front of us. We have classic croissants. We have the Nutella Turon.
Nutella Turon. And
Guava cheese rolls.
guava cheese rolls.
So, left to right?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Oh wow. For
That
this.
is some good man.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's a bit savory.
A little bit, yeah.
I like it. I really like it. It's a good take on a roll.
It's just right that it's not too rich, as you know, for starters.
Yeah. And from there, we go on to more sweet,
But
I'm guessing.
let me wash it off with the salted caramel coffee, I believe.
Nice.
Iced.
Cheers.
Cheers. So the story for this is, it's how Turon is made, but basically there's a surprise in the middle, which is Nutella, pretty much.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's try it.
I'm a sucker for sweet things.
Yeah.
This is right up my alley. That wakes you up after the food crawl.
Right. Yes.
Right. What I like about this place, the vibe is just, you can't beat the vibe.
Yeah. And it's easy to spot too from the street. There's parking
across.
in front of them. Finally.
Finally, the croissant. I like a good croissant. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Croissant.
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 Oh, that's a good croissant. So that was sourdough croissant. That's next level. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with the classic.
Yeah.
But well made classic.
What is on top?
Almonds. So it's almonds on top. Okay. It's good. That's why it's a really good croissant.
And the coffee's pretty good too. Like I tried mocha earlier. This one is salted caramel.
Coffee makes me sleepy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Fun fact.
interesting.
Yeah.
No problem.
Anyway, verdict. Everything here.
Is really good.
Good.
Not just the coffee.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everything's good.
Yeah. This is definitely a must visit if you're gonna go to
Poblacion.
Poblacion. We're headed to another stop. We'll see you guys there.
For some more good.
Luna's Everyday Dining is a Filipino restaurant in Poblacion. And when we were conceptualizing this, we were thinking of the neighborhood. We wanted to present a Filipino restaurant that was more modern in its approach.
People always dread Mondays. Like, do you dread Mondays? I dread Mondays. Come on. I mean, it's that sinking feeling of all of the bad things in life. But here at Luna's, the minute you enter, the vibe is really
It's a good
nothing
vibe.
like that. Yeah.
It's a good vibe. All right. So we've come full circle.
Yes.
Back to our roots, back to Filipino food. We've gone all around the world.
The menu conceptualization of Luna's is like the dishes I had growing up. We have kare-kare, we have the binigoongan. I wanna make the guests feel like parang, oh shit, this is so good.
It's not vinegar. I think it's chili sauce. Chili oil. It's Paris.
That's good.
It's a Paris lumpia. I love it.
I've never thought of Paris as an appetizer.
Yeah, exactly.
And in lumpia form. That's very inventive.
I love it.
And it works.
Our pork binagongan is cooked porchetta style. You still get that liempo, pork belly, what you get usually the binagongan. What makes it different is the porchetta style. We marinate it, we roll it with lemongrass, ginger, and garlic. After we roll it, we bake it, and then we deep fry it a minute, and then we bed it with grilled eggplant. So you get that smoky flavor from the grilled eggplant, and you eat it with the porchetta. You get that fresh flavor from the lemongrass, and you get that saltiness from the bagoong.
Just in time for my bite of the binagoongan. Hindi siya nakakaumay.
Hindi siya nakakaumay, guys. Maybe it's because I remember Chef saying the meat was cooked, infused with lemongrass.
Right.
So maybe that does the trick.
It's fresh.
Yeah? The magic of this dish.
We also wanted to apply our learnings from like traveling. We have, let's say, like a nose to tail kare-kare, which we grew up with and we love. Flavors are the same, flavors are traditional flavors, but the way we're presenting it is different. We deep fry the vegetables first in batter, and then we pour the sauce on top of it.
I heard from Chef that the kare-kare is best consumed hot. So we can try that.
So this kare-kare, the cool thing about it is that they call it nose to tail kare-kare. These are all the parts of the ox. So they have tripe, they have meat, they have vegetables as well.
It's good, yeah.
On the way here, I was starting to fall asleep. Food coma. I'm back.
Moving to the next dish. That is the curry, right?
The Maranao curry.
So the chicken pia paran that we have here is a Maranao style. In Mindanao, we have this Indo-Malay influences. You get the turmeric, you get the ginger, you get the lemongrass. And then you infuse it with the coconut milk. So you get that creamy, deep flavor from the coconut. And then we use it 3 different kinds. So you get the coconut milk, you get the coconut yogurt, and you get the desiccated coconut on top of it.
Okay, so we're just gonna get through this whole menu in front of us. We started at lunchtime.
Yes.
Restaurant number 1 was at lunchtime. We did another big meal in one restaurant, and we did tacos by the street
2
side.
small meals.
Small meals.
One is the OnlyFans.
Yes.
And the other one is the good coffee.
Good coffee was pretty good.
And then to top it off, we had 2 more big meals with Japonesa and now here at Lunas. This was supposed to be the no alcohol crawl, but we can't resist.
Yes, and since we're at the end of the crawl, that's the perfect way to end any Poblacion crawl. I mean, we tried, man.
We tried hard.
Poblacion without the alcohol.
Every single place we went to offered alcohol. It broke my heart.
Like everyone we
Say
met,
no.
like, hey, look, we're just here for the food. And they just stared at us, like in disbelief. Like, why are you even in Poblacion, man?
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Spot.ph for more content coming your way. Hi, I'm Meg and this is Janelle. We're from Spot.ph and we are in Sunay Asian Cantina.
Sunay is all about Southeast Asian flavors. Well, I originally started off with a restaurant in Argentina called Cocina Sunay, which started in my house. And the reason why we put the name Sunay is because that's my name. My name is Christina Sunay. I really wanted to push Southeast Asian food, especially Filipino food, but I really love eating Southeast Asian food. I like the freshness of Vietnamese food. I like the spice of Thai food. So what I'm doing here is just putting many dishes from Southeast Asia, or not even just the dish, maybe it's just the flavors of Southeast Asia in different dishes. For example, we have a new menu coming out right now. These aren't traditional dishes. You can find traditional dishes here.
What we have here is tiger crackers. So it has tofu and rice crackers and a lot of various herbs.
Okay.
It has peanuts and hoisin sauce.
And sriracha, I saw.
And sriracha. So
on the menu.
I'm gonna try a little bit of everything.
I'm gonna use my hand.
Cheers. Wow.
It's fresh.
Yeah, it's very fresh. It's like the definition of fresh.
It's like a crunchy salad.
Yeah.
I like how it has lots of herbs. I'm seeing cilantro, I think mint.
With the sriracha, there's a very slight kick to it.
Yes. Yes.
A good starter. Oh, they're bringing us a couple more drinks. The Kentucky Cooler. Nice. I love the presentation.
How do you find the tofu?
The tofu is good. It has a nice little added crunch and added texture.
Yes. And if you don't eat meat, then it's like the perfect substitute for it.
Yeah, it's a good vegan option, right?
Okay, so people always ask me where I'm from, and it's super confusing. I was born in the US to an American Caucasian father and to a Korean mother. And then I moved to Japan. Then we came back to the US, my parents divorced, my father remarries, and we stay with my father, and I get a new mom. And my mom is Filipina, and this is the person that raised me. This is the person I call mother. So Filipino culture is instilled in me. And then we moved to the Philippines and we live. So the family that I know is Filipino. So I tell people that I'm more like a cook of the world, a child of the world. So I really don't know where I'm really from. With all of those mixed up things, that's what makes up my cuisine, because I like punchy flavors, but also I love like sour flavors, which is very Filipino.
Second meal, second drink for me.
Yeah, for Nick.
Which is a tickling, which is rum based.
Yes. Okay, so we have here the lemongrass skewers. What is it?
Lemongrass skewers is pork skewers, cooking lemongrass, and they put a little bit of
Fear lime, I heard.
lime, I think bagoong on top.
And then it's served with suka. So, chef said that this is like a Filipino Thai dish.
Yes.
Because, in essence, the use of lemongrass and the kaffir lime and other ingredients are Thai. But then we dip it in suka, which is vinegar, and that's a very Filipino thing to do. So, yeah.
Filipinos love their sauces, so we'll try it.
I'll put a bit of vinegar on my pork skewer, the pork lemongrass skewer.
Might have to try.
It's good. It reminds me of this Thai dish. It's called muping. It's a pork skewer actually, so I have a feeling in essence it's that. But this is definitely more flavorful because muping is just like normal pork skewers. This one it's already infused with lemongrass and other herbs. So
It feels like an explosion of flavor, doesn't it? Really good.
Honestly, the word fusion isn't like a word that I like to use a lot, but if you really think about it, what I do is fusion food. The definition of fusion is mixing all different types of cultures together to make a cuisine. So yeah, you could say it's fusion cuisine, but I don't really like to use that word. I like to use Southeast Asian flavors, but with techniques incorporating South American techniques and American techniques as well.
okay, I'm gonna get some of that tamales.
Tamales.
Tamales. Okay.
Try some of that.
Ah, okay. Parang, like sticky rice?
Yes, and it's pork inside. So there's pork inside the sticky rice. I like it. It's not an overwhelming flavor.
Yeah, and I can definitely taste the Asian side of it.
Yes, yeah.
Like I was expecting more South American flavors, but you can really taste the Asian side of it.
Yeah, the Asian inspirations.
Yes.
And again, subtle, but it does a lot, I think, for the dish. Okay. You know what might be the Asian inspiration? The peanuts.
Yeah,
And
the
peanut sauce.
coconut.
Yeah, the coconut, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Happiness.
So full.
So we tried some of the new dishes here at Sune. What was your favorite?
The tiger crackers.
The tiger crackers, the first
yes,
dish.
Yes, because it was just so fresh. I like how the dish was so fresh with all the herbs, and then it has a bit of the peanut sauce. I like peanut sauce in general, so.
And the cake with the sriracha was really
Yes,
good.
yes. It was just the right amount of spice.
Exactly. My personal favorite was the pork lemongrass skewers. That was very good. I like pork dishes, and that was, to me, just, is it cliche to say an explosion of flavor? It was an explosion of flavor.
It really was.
It really was. Have you ever looked at a seemingly infinite pattern of tiles and thought to yourself that you may be looking at a history of tradition and craftsmanship in the Philippines? Well, I have something cool for you. Machuca tiles have been around for almost 100 years, and you've probably come across them without knowing what they are or the history of them. They are the oldest handmade tile company in the Philippines, tracing its roots as far back as 1903. Their projects include historical places such as churches, restaurants, and even private homes, including tiling the home of former President Jose P. Laurel's home in Paco, Manila.
Hi, I'm Jaime Machuca, and I'm the Vice President for Machuca Tiles. Our company was started by my great-grandfather, Jose Machuca y Romeo, in 1903. He brought over original Spanish and Mediterranean-inspired patterns, as well as the technology of making handmade cement tiles. The surname Machuca actually comes from the Spanish word machar, which means to grind or to hammer, which suggests our family has had a history as artisans. There's actually a common misconception that all pattern tiles are equivalent to Machuca tiles, but in reality, we're the only source and manufacturer of authentic Machuca tiles. Our history and expertise in this field have made us one of the most reliable sources of patterned cement tiles since 1900. We can manufacture custom patterns and custom color schemes. Each tile is genuinely handmade piece by piece. For every Machuca tile order, you support our local artisans and help preserve this art form. You can be assured that each tile carries with it a rich history and is thoughtfully made just for you. So the process first starts with making a patterned tile mold. At the same time, we mix color pigments with cement and dry sand. Once both are ready, the tile makers prepare to create the tile piece by piece. The colored cement is mixed with water and is hand-poured into the enclosed shapes of the tile mold. We add sand and cement to form the base, then proceed to using the tile press. Once pressed, the tile is removed from the steel mold and left to cure for 7 days. Once cured, it goes through quality control before they are packed and shipped to the client.
There is of course a challenge in preserving this art form while staying relevant in our ever-changing times.
The biggest hurdle would have to be trying to maintain this age-old art form in a modern world where we compete against mass-produced pattern tiles from overseas. We've increased our pattern and tile selection. We've made sure to keep in touch with our roots by simply refining the handmade process. A large part of the manufacturing process remains the same, but we've improved upon the details that ultimately make a better quality tile. We have so much appreciation for those who support Machuca Tiles. Because of them, we are inspired to not only continue but improve upon our products and services. We can attribute our success to all of our loyal clients and followers, as well as all of our hardworking employees. They have all played a crucial role in sustaining Machuca Tiles throughout the decades. What I like most about working with this company is, apart from being able to work with my family, it's really the privilege of being able to carry on the tradition that our company has kept alive throughout the years.
Now that we've walked through the factory and seen the ins and outs of the production process,
This is high miss advice for those who want to run an age-old business.
Don't be afraid to take on challenges. Put yourself out there and try to see everything as a learning experience.
Speaking of experiencing it for yourself, here's some bonus content for you guys. If you're wondering where you can appreciate the machuca tiles up close.
Our clients from the food industry are some of the more well-known projects. It includes Mary Grace, Wildflower, Nikkei, and many more.
So there you have it, something cool for you guys to remember while being mesmerized by the tiles of Machuca. You're not only taking a photo for your Instagram, you're also taking part of the rich artistic history of the Philippines. In case you haven't heard, Amami is a social enterprise that aims to keep the culture of Philippine jewelry alive through the mix of traditional design and modern sensibilities. I've been fortunate enough to be able to sit down and chat with their co-founder, Christine Chu, to talk about Amami, the design process that goes into their pieces, and the driving force behind this movement. Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to Spot.ph. I am fortunate enough to have with me here the co-founder of Amami, Christine Chu.
Thank you for having me, Meg. Nice to finally see you again.
So, Christine, why don't you tell me a little bit about what Amami is and how you started Amami?
Amami is a social enterprise that is working to revive vanishing jewelry traditions of the Philippines while empowering our local artisans and providing them with sustainable livelihood. We specialize in a traditional form of jewelry making called filigree jewelry. The process is a very meticulous process behind it, wherein fine threads of silver and gold are twisted and formed to create very intricate designs.
So why start Amami?
So Amami started when I was traveling and on a trip doing research, and I met this one artisan who was about to leave the country to look for a job overseas. And I asked him, did you want to stay in the Philippines instead and continue to make jewelry? And he said he would actually prefer that, but it's just that no one was purchasing his jewelry for the last 2 years. He was selling at a loss. We started posting on our personal Facebook to friends and family to see who was interested in the jewelry. It did so well, and I saw that there was this opportunity to help out for a longer period of time and make it more sustainable. That's when I decided to come up with Amami and launch it to the public.
Does Amami mean anything?
So Amami actually means ama namin in Tagalog, is what our artisans called the most intricate bead in the traditional rosary-inspired necklaces that were worn in the Spanish colonial period of the Philippines. And we said, why not name ourselves after one of the most beautiful beads that we came across, which happened to be the Amami bead. It's this bead on our traditional rosary-inspired necklaces. It has such a great story and historical and religious significance, so that's why we decided to name ourselves Amami.
All of your pieces have a lot of intricacies and a lot of thought put into its design. Would you mind telling me a little bit more about your design process?
So this form of jewelry was actually more popular among our lolas and our grandmothers. But what we wanted to do, we're both two girls in our 20s, and we wanted to wear jewelry that would resonate with us. We wanted to bring it and make younger people wear it also and be proud of our heritage. We just decided to make simpler forms or more that would really adapt to more contemporary times that anyone can wear for every day. So we just wanted to make it part of our everyday lives.
Taking what is traditional, making it cool again.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Were there any challenges with creating some of these products?
One of the challenges is that it's handmade. Actually, we have no two similar products. There's bound to be variances between our designs, and that's something that's a bit hard to communicate with some sellers who are very particular and really want exactly the same, but we try to explain the nature of handmade. There's also beauty in that.
You were talking about modernizing traditional jewelry sets to create your own products, right? What's one example? What's one example of something like that?
When creating our pieces, we wanted our jewelry to be worn for different occasions, whether it's at work, to the office, on a date, instead of like our traditional necklaces that you wouldn't maybe want to wear around at the grocery. We created more minimalist, simple pieces that you can wear every day. An example of this would be our minimalist padumna necklace, which still holds a lot of historical and religious meaning, and also here's our Amami tambourine. stud earrings that's very versatile and you can wear it from day to night. I also really enjoyed making this ear cuffs. It's called our Cecilia ear cuffs. It's perhaps the very first traditional Filipino ear cuffs that exists. I personally love wearing ear cuffs, so when I started Mommy, I was like, I need to make one. So that's one of the first ones we decided to do. One of our best sellers are our Crayola earrings. So like these little hoop earrings that you see, they all do really well with us. I really wanted earrings and hoops that's still very elegant in their shape and their design, but also with that sense of Filipino heritage incorporated in it. So they're usually very small, but we also wanted to make statement pieces, and so we made like oversized version.
I have seen jewelry from, like this off-the-counter jewelry and stuff. They're not as hefty as these. These are really...
Depending on the design, there would be some are a lot lighter, but some, obviously the bigger ones would be a bit heavier.
Semi-recently, you guys announced your men's jewelry line, is that correct?
Also our very first gender-neutral collection called the Basilio collection. So it's basically jewelry that can be worn by anyone, and we really wanted to push for this gender-neutral collection because we wanted anyone and everyone to be able to showcase their Filipino heritage, not just cater to women, which is what is traditionally happening or the usual case in our industry. It's these ones, the Benedicto necklace, our Crisanto Cruz necklace, which is basically the golden flower cross necklace. We have this narrow ring, which is very pretty, and even men can wear it.
You also recently launched your latest collection, your Cebu collection. You want to tell me what that's about, what your inspiration is for the collection?
The Cebu collection is our latest collection, which is inspired by Philippine blooms, and Cebu means growth in Tagalog, and we really wanted a collection that would spark joy by making wearable floral art that is also a reminder of the hope of new beginnings, and it's very pretty. And I'm actually wearing one of them now. These are the Lumamela drops, and what I like about it is we designed it in a way that's versatile. You can wear it as a stud or dangling, like how I'm wearing it. Yeah, so our Cebu collection is actually handmade by an elderly couple that we support, and they've been creating jewelry for almost 50 years by now. We designed this entire collection specifically for them because we wanted to help them throughout the pandemic and provide them with livelihood.
So yeah, you touched on your workers and how you impacted them with the Cebu collection. How else has Amami impacted the workers, especially the artisans who create these pieces?
So currently we're supporting 25 artisans. So we provided a sustainable livelihood for all of these artisans for the last 4 years. So this is continuous income for them. And even during COVID, during the pandemic, we still continue to give them livelihood. So we were able to support the artisans with health concerns when they had to shoulder very high medical bills. We were there for them and also provided them, most importantly, with peace of mind so that they could just focus on recovery and they would still know that they had jobs at the end of the day. So that was really important to us.
It seems like, especially my perception from an outside point of view, that Amami, just as much as it is about the products, is about the artisans as well.
The artisans are really the core of why we do what we do. And yeah, we really created Amami essentially for them to be able to provide them with jobs.
I've seen your works being worn or showed off by big personalities.
Yeah, I mean it's unbelievable. We're still surprised and very kilig when that happens, and we make sure to show photos also to our artisans when people they admire and look up to wear what they created. It really brings a sense of pride to them. So some of these personalities are Bea Alonzo, Marian Rivera, and most recently, Pia Wurtzbach, former Miss Universe. We were featured on Vogue Italia, so that was a huge milestone. I remember before we got the Vogue Italia feature, a year before that, I was just thinking to myself, oh, what if maybe one day we get featured on Vogue? That would be amazing. And the next year it happened, and I was like, what? This is insane, yeah. So we're just really happy, and we wouldn't really be able to do any of this without our amazing community of advocates and supporters, not just in the Philippines, but around the world, who really believe in our work.
You're here, you've been featured in Vogue Italian, you have your wonderful collection of products, and I assume you have almost practically a fan base for your company. Where do you see Amami going from here?
We do have big dreams for Amami, and one of it is to continue to support the artisans that we're currently supporting and be able to grow our impact and reach even more people. And another thing is we really want to continue to innovate on our traditional Filipino jewelry and make Filipinos proud of our heritage, not just here at home, but also around the world. And we want to showcase to the world what we're capable of, the talent and the ingenuity of the Filipino people. We hope you continue to follow our journey.
I'll follow it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the future of Amami and see where this leads.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Christine, for being here with me today. If you want to plug Amami, anything else you want to plug, just the floor is yours.
Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Our handle is @amami.ph. You can also view our products on our website, which is www.amami.ph, and all our products are available there. And feel free to share our story with your friends or your family and to journey with us as we continue on this exciting journey ahead.
Thanks guys, you guys are awesome. If you guys want to see more of the stuff that we did in this video, we have a lot more of that in the channel. We went to Bohol, Pampanga, Cebu.
And then where are we going next?
Well, let us know. Let us know in the comments below where you think we should go next.
If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content from Spot.ph. We'll see you guys soon.